Hello, teachers. We are going to talk about two of your most essential tools in your classroom. They are your workbooks and your student books. This is a workbook. Inside, you can see there are written exercises. These go along with what the students see every day in their student books. And you'll see at the back of the book, there are vocabulary lists. These are important. Students will study these for every vocabulary quiz that they take in each unit. Here are some policies we have about our workbooks. The first one is, the student should complete every page. We want them to get all the benefit that they can out of this workbook, and that only happens when they use it. Next is, they should check every page. You should be there with them, checking every page. Now, teacher, you do not need to read all of their answers. You should look and see in their books that their answers are complete, but they should check their answers. One way that this has worked in the past is that when the students finish a page, the teacher can tell them the answers, or alternatively, can elicit the answers from them, and one by one, they can check that they are correct. It's important that all the answers are correct because many of the students will use their workbook as a study guide, and they need to study the correct answers. And our third policy is, do most pages in class. Do most of them in class. These can be thought of as written exercises in your lesson. Because our students go to their normal schools and they come to Centro, we do not want to assign many workbook pages as homework. So do most of them in class. And if you are going to assign workbook pages as homework, assign maybe one. And here are our student books. These are the books that we will use every day in the classroom. Here are some policies. First, don't write in them. These books are for reading only. They have dialogues that our students will use in our spoken activities, and they also have readings so that the student can practice reading, but they will not write in these books. Our next policy, they stay in the classroom. These books you will distribute to the students for the lesson, and you will also collect them at the end of the class. They stay in the classroom. Next policy, check that the students don't take them home. This is something you need to check. Many times when the bell rings and students are collecting their pencils and their notebooks and they're putting things in their backpack, without meaning to, sometimes students will put these student books in their backpack. So check. Make sure that they don't take these student books home with them. Now, in the past, some students have asked if they could take their student book home with them to study. The answer to that is no, they cannot. However, because most people have cameras on their smartphones, they can feel free to take pictures of the pages that they need to study. Teachers, it's important that these student books stay in the classroom. Each one of these books represents an expensive investment on the part of Centro in the education of our students. So it's important that we can't lose these books. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope that these books will be a big benefit for you and for your students.